Hey everyone, it's Cece, and I wanted to share with you two candles that I received as a gift from T&H Wholesalers. The first one on the left is the French Lavender and Vanilla. And then there on the right, with more of a clear label, is the Eucalyptus Spearmint, and that is stress relief. Lavender and vanilla doesn't say, like stress relief or sleep time or anything, but that's what I would call it, a very relaxing sleep time scent. And the company has been very kind to me and sent me these two candles. They are 3 wicks. It does not say how many ounces they are, but I showed you a picture on my Instagram next to a Bath & Body Works candle, and they do appear to be larger. Let's see. Right there. Beautiful label on this French lavender and vanilla candle. Oh, it does say relax down there. This one, when you sniff it, they are made with essential oils, and they do say aromatherapy on here. It says natural wax, aromatherapy, relax. And when you sniff it, honestly, I get a light scent, not real harsh or stringent as lavender can be, but I get mostly vanilla. I have burned both of these twice, and you'll see the comparison. I burned the eucalyptus and spearmint one much longer the second time, so I'll kind of tell you about that as well. But this one I've kind of burned like a normal, like you should burn a normal candle. It looks gorgeous. When you first get it, the wicks are very long, and they ask you to trim them to 1/4 of an inch. The second time I had to trim them down as well, but this time they just burnt down nicely, and it looks like I will not have to trim them. It looks like they're in really good shape for the next burn. The French lavender and vanilla, I did light in my bedroom, which is a fairly large master suite, and I have steps that actually go down into the powder room here. And I didn't smell it a whole lot when I was in the room, but as I was coming back up the steps, I really did notice the scent, and it was quite strong, I would say. I would say about if we're gonna, compare it to a Bath & Body Works candle, which, by the way, they did send me a message and said, said don't do that. These are essential oils. They're all natural. And, they really can't be compared to Bath & Body Works candles, and I completely understand that. But once I kind of left the room and came back in, I could definitely smell it out of the room. It did travel enough. I would say this bedroom is 25 by maybe 40, something like that. I don't know, something like that. But it's a fairly large space, and but it's contained with 3.5 walls, we'll say. But yes, very, very, I would say quite strong, beautiful, pleasant smell. The lavender does tone the vanilla, or the vanilla does tone the lavender down, but there is definitely the lavender in this candle, which I do not smell on cold. So just to tell you that, I really don't. Maybe a little bit. More so in the lid, actually. Anyway, these candles, They are a little bit wider than a Bath and Body Works candle, and they do take longer to pull out. So please be aware of that. But they're not much, but they do take, I assume the wax and everything, they do take a little bit longer than a Bath and Body Works candle to pull out. So make sure you have the time to give it to them. Which brings me to eucalyptus and spearmint stress relief. Another gorgeous label, but a little more subtle than the French lavender and vanilla. And this one, you know, I automatically would want to compare it to Bath and Body Works Stress Relief, which is eucalyptus and mint or peppermint. And from this candle, I definitely get more of the spearmint, especially on cold. Now, burners problems here. The first time I burnt it, I didn't have enough time to burn it all the way through. And then then I did have to do the same thing with the wicks, trim them the second time and, you know, kind of let it go then. That second burn though, I wanted it to pull out completely, and my husband was home, but I wasn't, so I kind of let it go. I actually had it in a small bathroom, small guest bathroom, with a window open, so there was a draft. It was like a 60-degree day a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago maybe, and I left the window open, so it definitely got a draft on it. And it definitely burned for several hours, which again was my fault. But the scent and throw from that was really nice. Again, it needs to pull out. I didn't get it to pull out completely the first time, so I definitely wanted that to happen the second time. And you'll see it did go, you know, quite a bit further than the other one, so you know, I probably used up a whole another burn time from that candle. But I do like the scent. It is not as strong as the stress relief from Bath and Body Works, but again, these are natural essential oils, and you know, that's what we're looking at from this candle. And I didn't have the same experience because it wasn't in the same room. Not as strong, but still a gorgeous scent. More spearmint, we'll say, than the Bath and Body Works. And that's really the only other kind of candle I can compare this with on my end. And they do stress on the little cards they send us that trimming the wicks is very important. You don't never want them to have them too long. And they suggest extinguishing the wicks either with a snuffer or bending the wicks with, say, a spoon or something like that. And it also says pop your candle into the freezer at least a day before you intend to light it, and it will last twice as long. Now, interestingly enough, I do agree on that as well, because this bedroom is quite cold, and definitely that's where the French lavender and vanilla was. So I definitely agree with that, because this room is quite cold, and gave that result as well. They give you a little thank you card. That's the other side. And this is available on Amazon or wholesalers.com. And they said if you're not happy with the product, please contact them. And I believe they retail, their normal price is about $24.99. They do, I have seen sales on their website, and check them out definitely on Instagram as well, because that's where I found them originally, or I believe actually they found me. And my original story from Tony and Haiti is that they sent me a message on Instagram. I believe I could check, but I am recording with my phone right now. I believe they contacted me maybe in August or September, and I didn't actually see the message for quite a while. And by the time I did contact him, I said, I really appreciate it. And at that time, they were offering other aromatherapy candles. One was citronella, which I felt like, that's an outdoor candle that will keep the bugs away. I probably won't be using that now, and I don't know if I want to burn that in my home. And also one, I believe it's lime, basil, and mandarin, which sounds amazing to me. So I kind of wish I would have taken them up on that offer, but I didn't. I told them that I would rather wait for their next round of scents to come out. And honestly, these scents are totally up my alley. Now, I am a bakery lover. I am a fruity candle lover. Those are kind of what I love. But if you're going to give me aromatherapy, these are the two candles that I love. I don't think I don't know. Okay, lime, basil, mandarin, would love. Okay, that's fruity though. And the citronella, if you've watched Lauren for the Love of, is that her YouTube channel? I hope so. If not, it's her. It's For the Love of Lauren on YouTube, or Life with Elle on Instagram. She did a review on the first two candles, and she gave me that, well, I missed out on it feeling with those two, and I'm really looking forward to burning more from this brand. I think they are absolutely lovely. Again, that was all user error on my part, or leaving it home with my husband. Oh, I just love this lavender and vanilla candle. So thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions on these candles, I do believe they burn very beautifully. I do believe they last a little bit longer, but they do have that slower burn. And also, I want to tell you that I am very much into essential oils right now, and I'm just starting. I don't have the Young Living. I don't have anything that is probably, high end to talk about or know a lot about them. But I had a migraine one day. I used a stress relief product from Bath and Body Works. That sent me, because I had to go to work, that sent me over to Target to pick up some essential oils, and I've been hooked ever since. So if you want to know a little bit more about that as well. And then these candles came at the exact right time also, because I am totally into these scents, and I want to thank Tony and Haiti for sending those to me. And I appreciate you all for watching. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And if I don't have the answer, I can definitely direct those questions to them and get answers for you. Or maybe they'll join in as well. Thank you so much. I totally appreciate receiving these, and I appreciate you watching. This is the first time I've ever accepted PR. I've been offered it a few times before and have said no. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it.